Hey, how you doing? Jason Dakin here, Honky for Real Estate Services, Indiana, Southern Indiana's restaurant broker. Um, I want to talk today. I was just reading in the restaurant news, came across the feed about a manager at a at an Olive Garden in another state, not here in Indiana, but it was another state, sent out an email uh, to the employees about working and calling in. And it was a very, very long, very rude, degrading email. Olive Garden took the appropriate action and terminated the employee. I guess the manager was there for 11.5 years. Um, so I've, through my history of owning restaurants over the past 20 years, at one time, I had thirteen locations, had 129 employees on the payroll at any given time. So I had to deal with employee issues. It took me many years to learn how to manage and deal with employees and issues and relations. Um, in the very beginning of owning my restaurant, um, I took a lot of stuff very to heart, because a lot of times employees don't understand when, owners are dealing with electric bills, dealing with, payroll. Do you pay payroll or do you pay yourself? Do you pay rent or do you pay employees? When you're dealing with landlords and food vendors and everything that it takes to run a restaurant, uh, you take things to heart. 15 years later, I kind of understand, the way that the gears in a restaurant industry run. Um, I lost a lot of good employees for being a hothead, you know, doing things that, you know, in the beginning of my restaurant career that, just shouldn't be. I felt it was my company and it was my way, and that, that, that's the way it is. But, after the years of it, I've come to realize it's not that way. I couldn't have did my restaurant without my employees. When I finally sold out in December of um, 2021, my newest employee was over 7 months old. It took me years to figure out how to do this. It was that you got to understand that employees have lives too. The one thing that Olive Garden um, post was that it was that you had to be there no matter what. If you was in a car wreck, you had to be there. If the post said, if your dog died, you had to bring your dog in to verify that your dog died. People have other lives. People go to church. People have kids. People have birthdays. They have anniversaries. You know, they're, they come to work, but that is not their life, and that is something as a manager or as an owner, you need to understand that your employees have other things going on in their lives, and they will dedicate and they will work hard for you if you can show them the respect and give them what they need. I told my employees there, last couple of years of owning my restaurant that I don't care if you take a whole week off, just schedule it. Let me know. Don't call in. If you want time off, take your time off. You do. You got kids. Go be with your kids. Take them to the park. Go hang out with them. You don't get time back with your family. I'm a very family oriented guy. Once that time's gone, it's gone with your family. It is what it is. People die every day, and you never know what was going to happen. People every day you see it from all ages. So family is very very important. Go be with your family, and that's what I try to project. And if you need time off for a doctor's appointment, just schedule it. I don't have a problem with that. Just show up for your shifts. You know, you got to be stern. You do, but you don't need to be an asshole. You know, and it ain't always about money that employees want. Employees want to feel valued. They want to feel cared for. That you are there, and that's what I try to do. When I had my place was, I worked with them, and I tried to build a relationship that I could do your job. I own the company. I can do every job in a place, but I can't do all of your all's jobs. I need you. You put your pants on the same way I do in the morning. Just because I own this business just means I got more stress in the place than you do. but I'm no different. Nobody is different in this world. We're all humans. We all live, breathe, eat. That we all die. And at the end of the day, we're no different than anybody else. And I think people that get into these management roles or they get into this, they get a different mindset on things. And you got to understand that employees, you look everywhere, they talk about employee shortages. There's jobs everywhere to go and get. There's no reason to be disrespectful, ungrateful for somebody that's coming in, that is working for you to better yourself and help your company and what you're doing progress. And I'll probably get some comments on this, but it took me years to understand this. And I did. I've burnt bridges. I've lost excellent employees that over just being stupid. And that's the way I felt today whenever I read that article about the Olive Garden. You have to treat your people with respect. It's just plain and simple. There's too many places for people to go. And if you have, and you need to weed this out. If you are a business owner and you have a manager that has a bad attitude, I read yesterday that the cost, which, in the restaurant industry it isn't this way, but the cost of replacing an average employee is $20,000. And if you look, it could be that. By the time you got lost revenue, you got upset customers because now you're short-staffed or you're pulling the extra work, and then you got to hire somebody in. You got to go through the whole process of hiring, and then you're hoping that they're going to work out, and then you got to train them. Then they got to stay on the clock, not doing nothing, trying to learn the job, and then they got to learn the job as they're doing the job. And whenever you got all that cost in, why not just let somebody have a damn day off work? If an employee wants a day off, let them have the day off of work. They have another life. Do you want to go retrain? I mean, seriously. And if you got people that's not showing up, there's, I could go a whole list of, how to fire, retain. I could go, I got 20 years of trial and error, and I did figure it out. I figured it out in the end, but that's just, my thought on a little bit on employees. Treat them right. That's what they want. It ain't about money. It's about respect, feeling valued, feeling cared for. Because at the end of the day, you can't have your business without them. Unless you're a 1 or 2 person operation, you can. But whenever you need 15 people, you gotta have 15 people. Let them have a day off. Let them have some time off. So. Hey, Jason Dicken here, Han Kiefer Real Estate Services, Southern Indiana Restaurants broker. I'm the #1 broker. Woo! And if you are looking to expand a restaurant, I give free consultation on that. I can help you maybe set some stuff up with that. And if you're looking, or if you know of a restaurant that needs leasing, I have people that are looking for restaurants to rent. And there's not a lot of them around here. So hit me up. Give me a call. It's going to be somewhere around here. 812-205-3322. Hey, have a great day. Thanks.